If you're interested in self-built urban stealth off-grid camper van, hashtag van life, boondocking, then this is the channel for you. And today I'm going to be giving you a little update on my progress so far in turning this full transit into a stealthy off-grid camper van. Well, I've not really got a lot done this week because of the weather. It's been absolutely horrendous. It's been raining, the wind is unbelievable. I've had trees blowing down, crushing cars in the street. I've had a wing mirror taken clean off of my van. I don't know if that was another van though. I'm not quite sure if that was anything to do with the wind, but nevertheless I've lost a wing mirror. So I've got that to sort out over the weekend. So yeah, it's been horrendous. I should have just stayed in bed all week. I would have got more done in my head anyway. So the progress so far is all I've done this week is insulate the sides of the van. So today I'm going to try and get the roof or the ceiling insulated as well. The other day my solar panel turned up, so I want to work out where I'm going to put the solar panel on the roof, but first I need to unbox it just to check, make sure it's okay. The box is slightly damaged, but I'm not too over concerned about that, but I still want to just unbox it, check the panel, make sure it's all good. I'll measure it all up, get some measurements off of it, and then repack it, put it away somewhere safe for now. I don't need it right away, but I just want to check it before I do that. Now the ceiling fan we're going to be using is a Famer Turbo Vent Premium. It's similar to the one I've got. In fact, it's exactly the same, which is good because it makes it nice and easy for me. So what I'm going to do is make a framework for that first, because I'm not cutting holes in the roof in this weather. So I'm going to make a framework up for it, attach that to the inside of the roof or the ceiling. I've already got the wire there, you see. Yeah, make a framework, attach it to the ceiling, and then I can insulate the ceiling around that framework, knowing exactly where the fan's going to go. Then when the time's right, I can then cut a hole in the roof and simply drop the fan into that hole. Sounds simple, doesn't it? If only it was that simple. But it is really, it's not that difficult. Yeah, so I'll just make a frame, attach it to there, then insulate all around it, and I can start putting my cladding up. But before I put the cladding, I need to put the vapour barrier up as well. So yeah, it should only take half hour. Right, I'm going to crack on and I'll let you know how I get on. Well, my solar panel looks good. I'm happy to report. There she is on the floor there, nice and big. There's no damage anywhere, it's all good, it's nice and straight. It's quite large, larger than I'm used to. Now whilst I'm talking about the solar panel, in one of my previous videos I've started talking about the grommets in the roof of a full transit, but I was rudely interrupted by my cat and I forgot to end that that conversation, didn't quite get finished, and I did get quite a few people comment. So tell us about the grommets, Mel, tell us about the grommets. So I've just cleared that up now. As you can see, these plastic grommets in the roof of the full transit, Ford kindly put them there. I think originally they're there for aerials and stuff, but the last two transits that I've done, what I've used these for is to drill holes through. So I've drilled holes through the plastic grommet rather than through the actual metal skin of the van to pass the wires through. And they're very useful for that. So it saves drilling into the metal, you're just drilling through the plastic. So if you've got a full transit and you've got these grommets, maybe other vans have them as well, I don't know, I've not experienced that. Yeah, I don't think the Max has had them, like to drill through the roof. But there's also some, careful not to tread on the solar panel, there's one at the back as well. So if you're thinking of fitting a solar panel at the back, you can thread the wires through for that. There's also one underneath this channel, but you can only get to that through on top. But very useful nonetheless, because you could drill through that grommet and then run your wires along this channel, which is probably what I'm going to do with this panel, because it is so big and it's got to go to the back of the van. I should probably use that rear grommet to pass the wires through. So there you go, that clears that up. Right, I've got to repack this solar panel, put it away somewhere safe, and then start making my framework for my fan and then get that attached to the ceiling. So here's my framework. This is the frame for my fan. My fan's going to be coming through the ceiling into that framework, but not just yet because the weather is nasty, so that's not going to happen just yet. But the whole The reason I put this framework up is so that I know where the fan is going to go, and I can work around this. I can finish off the whole van pretty much and do the fan completely last. When the weather turns a bit brighter, I can then cut a hole in the roof and put my fan in. But for now, that will do, that will suffice. I can carry on. I can use that framework as a guide. I can just carry on insulating the ceiling. I can put my vapour barrier up. I can even do all my cladding. And literally, the last job would be to put that fan up. Well, it won't be, because I'm not that patient. I want to get it up now. I've even got the wires already there, look, and that will come through. So that's all done now. I can carry on and build the rest of the van. And it is literally just a simple frame piece of, I'll show you how it's built, look. It's just like 2 screws in each corner, 4 pieces of timber, measured meticulously, I may add, to make a perfect square, and then stuck to the ceiling. And this is just holding it in place. Once the glue's dry, I'll take that down. Now when I do put the fan in, when I do cut the hole out and install the fan, the screws from the top of the fan will actually go into this piece of timber as well. So I'll sandwich it all together, all nice and snug. Yeah, so that's how that's the reasoning behind putting that up there first before I do the actual hole in the roof, because now, like I said earlier, I can just do the fan at my leisure. Right, now, tip of the day. Tip of the day. Let's talk about expanding foam again, shall we? Now, if you're a regular viewer, you'll know I'm not really good a fan of expanding foam, and a lot of people put expanding foam in these cross members, but as you can see, I've simply poked a load of this recycled plastic in there, and to do that I cut it into strips like this. I'll just cut it into strips, poke it in the hole and thread it through, and it's quite easy to thread through. There's no real need to use expanding foam, just a piece of plastic like that, and look how easy that goes in. And it does go in really easy. Just work it all the way through, a little bit at a time, and gradually you can fill the whole cross member up with that stuff, and that's got to be better than using expanding foam. Incidentally, this piece of plastic is actually the top of the conduit from the electrical conduit that's left over from the slider. There you go, that's what it's meant for. But we don't use it for that, we use it for this. Poking our insulation into our cross members. So there you go, that's tip of the day. Don't use expanding foam to fill your cross members. It's nasty stuff, it makes a mess, and it seems to bubble up forever. It just don't ever stop bubbling. Cat's come into play. She's having a good look. Right. Oh, cutie pie. she's got a bit of masking tape stuck to her paw. Wait, come here. What we got? Oh no, it's a bit of polystyrene. Yeah, I'll do something cute and funny. No, that's one boring cat, eh? I don't think I'm going to get 1 million viewers from that, am I? Anyway, I'm going to carry on now. Carry on doing the insulation. I've done the sides, so all the sides are now finished. All I've got to do now is the top, and using my contact adhesive, that's what I do. I'll cut it to length, glue it up, and that'll be my day done, I think. Right, crack on. But I've got to say, I feel like I'm inside a giant pavlova. Or could it be a padded cell? I don't know, you decide, leave a comment below. But the main thing is, the insulation is now done. It's all lovely and cosy. Now I've used 5 rolls of this recycled plastic loft insulation. I've got another 1.5 rolls left, so that's 7 rolls in total, which should be just enough for me to do the doors as well. I've got to do the back doors and the sliding door, so hopefully 7 rolls should be enough. Now all I've got to do now is do the battens up the side and across the top, and once I've done the battens I can then put up my vapour barrier, and when the vapour barrier is up, it's time to do the cladding. I'm really looking forward to that, because once the cladding's done I can then start the install. I can start building my furniture, installing all the gadgets and all that lovely stuff. That's when the real fun begins. But for now I'm absolutely starving, so I'm going to end this video now. Thanks for watching, I really do appreciate your support. And if you are new to my channel, Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then that way you won't miss me turning this van into an off-grid, go anywhere, sleep anywhere camper van. Thanks for watching, and ta-da for now. And don't forget to leave a comment below. I will answer all your questions.